So I asked myself the question, why me, why me, why me? And after writing it down, I do believe I've figured out a reason, so I'd like to show it to you now. So, why me? Right? Now here's the answer. I know, I don't write so well, but I believe that's the answer, and I think that it qualifies for all of you as well. Borderline personality disorder. So, what can I say about borderline personality disorder today? Well, I've missed my goal of putting out a video a day. I have missed the last, I do believe 3 days, 2 days, somewhere in there. Because after my last video, I ended up suffering from a severe bout of depression. Incredible bout of depression, actually. One unlike I've had in a while. I believe I put out my video on Thursday. I called in Friday. There was no way I could go to work. No fucking way I could go to work Friday. I was way too emotional. And so I called in, and then I proceeded to sleep all day Friday into today, because it is technically Saturday. I do believe I finally arose. As you can tell by my hair, I haven't even bothered to comb my hair yet. So it's a few hours ago, maybe 4 or 5 hours ago. I was still feeling horribly depressed, just miserable. And then I decided to really think about it. And what was causing me such pain and such depression? And what I came to the conclusion of was it was my condition that was causing me such pain and suffering. Alright, so then I had to analyze once more what about my condition was causing me such pain and suffering. And I realized that I just felt cheated. Like, at first I thought it was all the people that I've hurt. Because my last video was about a very special someone that I had hurt and how I had to let them go. And I was believing that was at the core of it. Which, to a certain degree, it was. But I can't do anything to change the hurt that I've caused said individual. I can't change that pain that I caused them to go through. And at the same time, to try to get forgiveness from said individual to alleviate my pain and guilt would just cause them more pain. So what is beating myself up over it going to do? What is it going to accomplish? It's really a waste of my time and doesn't help me at all, and it doesn't help them either. My pain is not going to make their pain go away. So if I think being a martyr and reliving all the pain I put them through and feeling all that guilt is going to somehow make their pain go away, that's a foolish thing to think. Because it's not. And they've probably already moved on. Well, hell, I know they've moved on. I mean, I really don't think they're thinking about the pain I put them through every day as much as I'm thinking about the pain I put them through. So really, I'm just punishing myself for something that I cannot change, no matter how much I'd like to. Who does that benefit? It benefits no one. So I just have to accept the fact that I hurt them and I put them through pain and that I can't fix it. It's something that's out of my hands. I can't, as much as I'd like to, I can't do it. But putting myself through pain is not going to alleviate their pain. So borderlines, if you're dealing with a situation like that where you're constantly beating yourself up over something that there's no way that you could possibly fix the situation, and in trying to fix the situation might make it worse, I'm not saying forgive yourself, but don't beat yourself up over it. I mean, just accept it. Accept the pain, but don't let it destroy you, because we can't let pain destroy us, because it will. So once I started thinking like that, I was able to actually kind of slip out of my depression a little bit, but I was still really feeling depressed. Like I said, that wasn't the main, well, it might have been the main, but there was another issue there. And so I was still feeling depressed, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I gotta analyze some more. So I analyzed, and I came up with, well, okay, what is making me depressed still? And I realized it was the feeling of, what's the best way to describe this? Like I got screwed, like I got the short end of the stick by just birth. That maybe, you know, there was a God out there somewhere that just really didn't like me and made sure that to make my life a living hell on a daily basis. I mean, I was being depressed because my first memory of life is watching my dad try to shove my mom into an oven. Or the first time I interacted with children. I'm an only child, by the way, which makes it great. But like the first time I got to interact with children in like a preschool type environment, all those kids ganged up on me and they threw me over the balcony of wherever the hell we were. I don't remember. I think it was a church, actually. I think it was a church, like Sunday school. And there was a balcony, and for some reason I didn't fit in. I was weird. And so these kids decided to throw me over the balcony. And then they all lied. It said that I got on the balcony and I was trying to like walk on it, and I slipped and I fell. Yeah. I mean, we had to have been 6 or 7. And these motherfucking pricks conspired that lie because they didn't like me. I remember it very well. I was kind of a chunky kid. It took all of them to shove me over that fucking balcony. But the more I tried to say no, they pushed me. And I'm pretty sure it was Sunday school. Nobody believed that because I was the weird kid. But that's beside the point. That's the kind of things I was thinking about. Like, life has just fucked me. Always fucked me for no good goddamn reason. And I'm going to be fucking depressed. But why? Do those fucking kids give a shit? Is my depression going to get my revenge against those little fucking cocksuckers? I'm hoping God does that one. So what's dwelling on that going to get me? I know that nobody's pushing me over a balcony now. I mean, really, go ahead, give it a shot. I'd like to see that. I ain't going over a balcony nowadays. So why let it get to me? Why let it depress me? So I guess really what I'm trying to get to the point of is that all this shit we think in our heads all the time, and all the pain that comes with it, we gotta block it out, or it's gonna destroy us. It's going to... Too many of us commit suicide. I mean, I know it's not a topic that we're really supposed to talk about, but we all know it's there, and we all know it's really real, and we all know that at some point, well, I know for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but I know for me The thought has crossed my mind from time to time. Never acted on it. I've never even gotten close to acting on it, but it's gotten close enough that I'm thinking about it to make it scary. And it's stuff like that. Things I can't change. And things that I just had no control over. Just the way it was. And I worry that too many of us succumb to that pain and that suffering and that depression. And in a really weak moment, we do something that we can't take back, something horrible. And I really hope it needs to stop. Because it's really... I really feel bad for all of them, because I know for all of us that have been lost to suicide, I know that I could be one of them. There's been points in my life, and I know we shouldn't talk about that one, but I'm just trying to say, don't let those thoughts get to you. Try to block them out. I know it's hard. It was really hard for me today. And what it really took was some deep soul searching and some really looking at it and seeing logically what I could do to make this unhappiness go away. What I could do to make it go away forever. And I realized that I can't do anything. For the people that I've hurt, it would cause them too much pain and me even more pain to try to fix the pain I've caused. But not allowing myself to do anything is just, it's not going to make their pain go away. And it's just going to stop me from being able to maybe have a little bit of happiness. I don't even know what that is, but I've heard there's a thing called happiness, and if I'm going to ever find it, I can never forgive myself, but I gotta accept it and just own it and make sure I never do it again. That's the best way, I think, that I could maybe alleviate their pain, or at least my suffering, or feeling bad about it. If I can't fix it, well, then I just need to make sure I never make that mistake again. That I never let this illness get to me so bad that I put somebody through the things that I put them through. And as far as those, kids and abusive people in my life when I was younger, I can't do anything to change the abuse I went through. But I can make sure that nobody abuses me ever again. And nobody will, and I won't allow it. So maybe that'll bring the child that couldn't defend himself something, or at least know that because I went through that, I've learned how to not allow myself to be abused anymore. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I don't usually try to be positive, so I'm sorry I broke character a bit. It can't always be bad, right? Gotta have a good day sometimes? I don't know. I guess that's really all I gotta say. So